this morning's Business Insight. Last week we talked about the overall renaissance of Walnut Hills. This week we talked to one person who is on the ground floor. Alex Spencer will open Corner Social, a sports bar with a neighborhood feel in Treveran Flats, a $9 million mixed-use development on McMillan Street. We are happy to have Alex Spencer with us this morning to talk about the bar and the neighborhood. He's with Business Watch producer Kelly Leon in the studio. Alex and Kelly.
Thanks, Peg. Alex, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We were so excited to do the Walnut Hills story, you know, the overall story.
Yeah.
And then Andy Brownfield wrote a great profile of what you're doing. So start with talking about the neighborhood. It's important that you're doing this in Walnut Hills. It's important to you.
Well, Walnut Hills, first and foremost, I spent a lot of time growing up there. You know, I spent a lot of time listening to my dad tell me about all the history and the things of the neighborhood, and you know, I just really wanted to be the Walnut Hills to be the center point of everything that I had in my head. I have all these ideas, and you know, Model and Urban Fast Forward, they're just great enough to listen to me. So it's a pleasure.
Do you still live in the neighborhood?
I do. So William Howard Taft, you know, I got my first home there, and you know, it's been a lovely neighborhood. I love the people. I love the energy. It's a walking neighborhood.
Yeah, I lived in Walnut Hills when I first moved back to Cincinnati, and thought that from the very beginning, all the infrastructure's there to make it such a walkable urban neighborhood.
Yes.
And you also went to UC and Xavier.
Yes,
so
I did.
You got your MBA at Xavier.
Yes, I did. And you know, my mentor there was Jennifer Bush. Shout out, go Muskie, go X. And you know, it just really fostered all of these concepts and ideas, from how to write a business plan to proposals to speaking in front of people, just like now. And you know, it just made everything so much more better.
Yeah, and the folks that you mentioned, the development, the realtor, they really said that you, the person you represent, is the ideal candidate because, I guess, of your love for the neighborhood combined with your concept.
Yes.
Talk about your concept. What do you want to bring to this space?
Well, you know, aside from food is energy.
Yeah.
I want people, when they come into Walnut Hills, to say Corner Social is the place I want to go. It represents the best of what Walnut Hills has to offer. Aside from that, Polish boys are on the menu. Corned beef
let's
sliders.
get into the important
Let's get
stuff.
into the food, please, because it's what I love. You know, I always tell people, you don't get this sexy by not eating, okay? So you got the Polish boys, you know, beef, pork, turkey, what have you. And, you know, if you still want the Polish boys, but you're on the lean side, we can go with a black bean dog, right? So you can still get everything you want.
You can have anything you want,
Yeah. So you got that, the corned beef sliders, the bison burgers. I mean, we're going to attack this head on and really give Cincinnati a place on a map for great food.
Are you a chef as well, or are you bringing somebody in?
You know, I like to compare my cooking with shower singing. I think I sound good, but everybody else may not. So I brought in a chef from Dayton. Her name is Tamika Benson. Wonderful. She played basketball at UC. And then she said, you know what, Alex, I love to cook. Put me on. Put me in the game. So I said, well, let's try it out. And it all worked out, and love her to death. Love her to death.
And that just reinforces to me why it's important to tell these backstories. We see this, you know, development going on, but it's the people who are from here, who are coming back here. You went to UC, you went to Xavier, you were from home. I mean, you could walk to these places from home, and you're putting those roots down and making the community better. So, you know, you've got our mouths watering. Any date yet for when you're opening?
Well, we don't have a date fixed yet, but when we do, you guys will be the first to know.
Well, we appreciate that because we like to eat and we like to drink beer in this group.
You guys are right around the corner.
We are right around the corner.
And I'll make sure I keep the beers cold and the food fresh.
I know our folks upstairs are saying, yes, count us in especially. And other folks out here on the floor.
I hope.
Well, best of luck to you. What else do you need? Are you in good shape to get this done?
Well, yeah, I'm in absolutely good shape if you're talking about eating.
Yeah.
But you know, what we're doing is we're working out the details and we're sweating the details, and you know how that thing goes.
Yes.
But we're ready. We're ready.
All right. Well, stay in touch with us. For now, we got to send it back to Peg. But best of luck, and we'll see you again
Thank
soon.
you.
All right, thanks, Alex.